Okay, this is my Hoover Dial-A-Matic Model 1120. This vacuum was also my grandmother's, and it has been down in this basement for as long as I can remember. The problem with it was the brush roll is messed up. And here's the brush roll. And the problem with it is this is a ball bearing brush roll. It's very heavy. The problem with it is this end right here. The actual bearing is loose in the housing. So I'm going to try and see if I can figure something out as some sort of spacer or something. Wrap some electrical tape around it, maybe, I don't know. Because when it would be used, it would just, the brush roll would just bang and scrape, because I think this is the, you can see right here where it would be rubbing. Okay, well, I was sort of wrong about the bearing being loose in the housing. The bearing was loose inside itself. This is the bearing from the other side, which is still good. But this and this and these are the bearing from this side. So I still have to get the other half of the bearing out of there. But the bearings from the newer Hoover brush rolls, which is this one right here, are the same size. So I cannibalized the lopsided brush roll from the Decade 800. So we're going to use these bearings in the Dial-A-Matic brush roll. That was definitely easier said than done. Because obviously the bearing overheated, and you can see the discoloration in there. It practically fused the bearing into the aluminum housing. So we'll get the new bearings installed, which won't be too hard. Just drop in the spring washer and put the bearing in. Same for the other side. Spring washer, bearing. All done. A lot easier than taking them out. So we'll put the ends back on the brush roll, get it all back together. Now, one thing to notice before I put it together, this is the rod from the Decade 800 brush roll. This is the rod from the Dial-A-Matic brush roll. The ends are the exact same size, but the Dial-A-Matic rod is a lot heavier. It's a thicker rod. So we'll get it back in, try it out. Okay, now here's the underside of the Dial-A-Matic. The brush roll is held in by two little clips here. And the belt runs up the side. Similar to how the Concept ones are, with the side belt instead of the center belt like the convertibles. Okay, and this is the base plate. Here we can see the Hoover Model 1120. It beats as it sweeps as it cleans. 120 volts, 60 cycles, 840 watts. The Hoover cleaner makes rugs last longer. Hoover Company, North Canton, Ohio. So, get that put on. It attaches the same style as the convertibles, the two little tabs on the front. That goes down. Okay, we're ready to try it out. Okay, and here we go. Okay, and there we go. Hoover Dial-A-Matic. Now, one thing I don't like about this vacuum is the air vent is right in there in the front. And it blasts you in the face with the air as you're sweeping. I guess that might be good if you got a lot to sweep and it's a hot day or something, I don't know. But I guess after the thing warms up, it's going to be blowing out hot air anyway. The other thing, it does not have a rug height adjuster. So it just has, these are the wheels here, which lower the nozzle when the handle's put down. It's a little hard to see, but see the wheels pop out when the handle's lifted to raise the brush roll off the ground when attachments are being used. And as all Hoovers at around this time, it doesn't have much suction. So although it didn't seem like it was having much suction when I was sweeping the carpet, but it does feel like it has a decent amount. So I guess we can scratch that, but I think one of the reasons is it doesn't seem like it beats the carpet as much as the convertibles do. Possibly that's just because of the dial adjustment, or they don't have the height adjustment. But there we have it. Hoover Dial-A-Matic.